Good afternoon, evening, whenever you see this, feel this, breathe this, do this, my love. For those of you that are new to the Love Circle podcast, this is your first time tuning in. Hi, welcome. My name is Stephanie Thompson, and I am a self care coach that helps millennials create more holistic and intentional self care routines to aid them on their healing journey. And today we have one of my phenomenal brothers on this
Yo,
episode. When I tell
yo,
you the energy that this man brings to any room, the amount of gratitude and vulnerability that he shows, oh my gosh. Please introduce yourself so that the people know who you are and what you stand for.
yeah. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. Like I ain't like I appreciate that for real, for real. My name is Salim. My name is Salim. Salim and Dream. Salim. I'm an artist. I'm an individual from Savannah, Georgia. I'm 24 years old. And one, I just want to say I'm thankful, grateful, and just graceful to just be a part of this podcast and be able to share my story. To be a part of the love Chronicles. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just everything so tied in and entangled. You know, it's just divine. So it's destiny. And I'm just thankful to just be able to share my story and
Yeah.
be able to just contribute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up?
So,
What's up? What's up? Yeah.
so how long have you been doing music? Do you do anything else besides music? Like, what is Celine's
Okay.
main focus these days?
Okay. My main focus these days, well, first to answer your question, I've been doing music. I've been doing music now. Officially been doing music. Dropped my first song in 2016, so I've been doing music for 7 years now.
Mhm.
Um, my main focus these days, and music is my heart, my passion. I love music. It's a way for me to fully express myself with like full, like you say, vulnerability, but like just full vulnerability with raw emotion. It's
Mhm.
just a way for me to fully just be free. Actually, I don't have to just be so rigid or so, just have it be an ideal, just be politically correct in what it is, just me being me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love music. And nowadays what I do, I'm heavy into real estate work, um just community, building the community, giving back beyond just like, like really just gatherings, uniting people, having events, curating my own events, curating and create my own events. Like I've experienced with curating events now, really about to be 4 years. So,
That's dope.
just yeah, facts, real for it. Really is. It really is. And really coming from the trenches with it, really starting off with
Well,
doing
tell
things
me
like
how
house
that
parties.
started
You know what I'm
though,
saying?
because that's
Yeah, yeah,
really
okay.
dope.
Yeah. Okay, so it started initially when I moved to Atlanta in 2017. I came back in 2018. So when I went to Atlanta, I just was able to soak up enough game and soak up the knowledge that I needed to soak up. And I just seen the blueprint. I felt like, the reason why Atlanta was thriving so phenomenally and just within their culture, musically, just their culture period is just unity. And even if it's not a long lasting unity, it was
Mhm.
long enough for them to be able to just be with each other and be able to come and make money, be able to come and just get people together to be able to just express their creativity in art. So I had the idea of coming back to Savannah and doing the same thing, which would be by just having parties, house parties, and my brother being a DJ Richie Rose, and me being an artist, just incorporating that, and then our friends being in the music as well. Like, okay, so we gonna have house parties, but we're not just gonna be just having house parties to have house parties. We're gonna have performances, we're gonna have artists come through, we're gonna have photographers, engineers, just have everybody who a part come through. And when everybody come through, lights, camera, action, cut on the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like
let's
a
make it real.
networking
So really,
party.
yeah, the net like a networking party, and still keeping, like you say, networking and party, still keeping the
Mhm.
party aspect to it, so it won't be so business driven, or it just won't be so okay. Like, I feel like, even now, just with a lot of events, people get so caught up in just like the networking. You're not reaching out to the people, like the people who
Mhm.
not artists, the people, like the actual people who come and support. So, still being able to reach out to the community and be like, yo, there's a party going on down the street. You more than welcome. The neighbor, it's a party going on next door. You more than welcome to come. So when they come and they see, oh, y'all do music, what, y'all for real about this? And it's like, dang, who are y'all? Y'all from here? Yeah, we from here. So it's like, you know, it just opens up a whole nother door. So just like having that intent and really just sticking with it, having from house parties to having events at clubs like Island Breeze, to just JVing, working with other promoters, working with other DJs, working with other artists in Savannah, to having our own event and festival last year called Spirit Bomb, and we was able to withstand like the obstacles that was placed in front of us, and you know, still make the best out of that opportunity. And so, you know, just having like, you know, I just have a story of overcoming and being triumphant over adversity, like real adversity, like real, like opposing energies, opposing forces trying to stop what it is that I'm doing, what it is that we doing, and what it is that you know what I'm saying, like really being able to like overcome it and being able to just be steadfast and strong and have that fortitude. Like, okay, just because one thing going wrong don't mean that just because something going wrong in the process don't mean that the outcome can still be phenomenal or successful or great. You know, not getting caught up in the pessimistic of things and in the negative part of things, but always being able to have the gift to look at the bright side, look at the positive, and being able to implement it in every area of my life. So, you know, like just a lot of those different attributes and traits, being able to like the self-work, the self-love, the self-care, the healing, the discovery of self, and being able to literally heal myself and do all the inside work and watch my outside world change and watch my outside world be corresponds with my inside world. So, you know, like, you know, just that one thing itself, self-love and self-healing is so powerful. You can literally incorporate that in every area of your life. So that's what I did. So now it's to the point where even if it's others who doesn't see, who may not have the same perspective or same, I'm not even gonna say beliefs, but this is my lifestyle, this is my knowing. But like people who just may not live the same or may not just have the same ideas, they can come in, they can share the same space as me or be in the same environment or facility and see exactly what I'm talking about because they seen it in what they eyes, you know, seeing is believing what they say. So they actually seen it with their physical eyes, like, dang, like I watch you do this. I watch you turn nothing to something. I watch you do this with the bare minimum and literally maximize and capitalize off the bare minimum. So, you know, just going back to that whole thing of like, you know, we humans, but beyond just humans, you know, we children of God. We made from the spark of God. We made with divinity. We have true power, true essence, and especially as melanated Black people, you know what I'm saying? We have like real power. So we have real power. So, you know, just like it's beyond just like a brain thing or a mind thing, like, oh, I know this, or oh, I read this, or oh, I seen this somewhere. It's like really on some real, like, okay, like applying it, like making it real, making it so real to where it's like others, it inspires others, it inspires other people and stuff. So, you know, yeah, that's just, you know what I'm saying? I know it's a lot, but I had to get it out.
No, but they need that. Like, that's true. That's so real and it's
Facts,
honest.
facts,
So what keeps you
facts.
grounded? What keeps you like at center or brings you back to center?
Okay, practically, like what keeps me grounded practically is I meditate a lot. I've been meditating for years. Like I really meditate. Like I meditate on, and it doesn't even like now. I done been meditating for so long, and I'm mastered. I don't even have to meditate every day. You know, like I exercise. I meditate. Like what actually keeps me grounded. Like my routine is like when I get up. I usually get up, read, make sure I at least read like not even a page, a chapter in whatever book it is that I'm reading. I read, I roll up, I smoke, so I roll up, and even if I don't smoke, in that moment after that, I go and I exercise. I do tai chi, I do yoga. Me and my girlfriend, Libby Love, she
Shout
does
out
like
to
we just
Libby.
do yoga. Yeah, shouts out Libby. Like we exercise with each other. So, you know, just like doing things like that. And then after that, you know, being able to do it so early in the day and have so much energy and to be able to preserve so much energy, like it's just the start of the day. So once I do that, my mind is clear. And then I already have, we already have our sticky notes out with what it is, what our goals is for the day, what's our task, really more so what's our task, what it is that we need to get done, what's going on. We write it all down. And, you know, just really just sticking with it, but also just allowing the flow of life to just take its course, allowing God to work, allowing the universe to work in my favor and my angels and stuff, you know, knowing that I don't have to have full control of everything as long as I have control of myself. So that's when, you know, the discipline comes in. That's when, you know, the exercising come in, the meditating, just the breathing, the breath work, and just eating right. I eat healthy. I have a balanced, healthy lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like I eat like, we eat out all the time. We eat good food. We eat lovely. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know that fruit heals and vegetable bills and fruit heals. So, I still, I just apply all that. I don't be oblivious to it. I don't ignore it, because I actually see the benefits and the results from it. And our mind's so strong. So we tell ourselves, if we hear or see something and they like, dang, okay, Dr. Sebi say, make lime water. Make lime water, and lime water can tone down your stomach, flush out your system, bring alkaline and these different things to your body and stuff. So if I'm like, okay, dang, this sounds about right. So if my mind start to believe that, my subconscious start to program that inside myself, and then I start drinking it down my whole body, I know, like, I believe that that's going to happen. So now it's going to happen even like tenfold. There's even more power behind it. So, that's the power that we have just as humans, and just having the spirit and the soul. Our spirits are powerful. So being able to just tap into the energy of just the life force, our actual life force energy, actually living, actually being conscious, actually taking the time to really, like, let me take the time to mindful breathe for 5 minutes, not just be so programmed, not just be so, in the days living in our head, just be so used to doing this and doing that. And that's what the system is set up for. That's what they want us to do, to keep for us to keep giving them all of our energy, and then the system just sucks up our energy and just drains us and stuff like that. So I'm just very mindful about my energy. I'm very protective of my energy now, because I know how, not only, like you say, how, like, just how graceful my energy can be, and I'm light, so I attract everything. I don't just attract good things, I attract bad things. I just attract everything. I'm light. So, be having that awareness and these different things, and it'll come along the way. It's not something that you just don't get overnight. It'll come along the way. But when you just devote it to your spiritual journey, spiritually, we all supposed to attain for spiritual perfection. You know how they say you can never be perfect, or, my whole thing is, what makes me perfect is being imperfect. You get what I'm saying? And that's just me fully accepting my flaws, me fully accepting who I am, and me being whole in it. Don't mean that I gotta just stay and be content with who I am at this level. Know that the next day I'm gonna be a better person than who I was yesterday. Or next week I'm gonna be you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a whole another version of myself. So, just really just having that, like, spiritually, like, we all should cling and cleave on to God. Like, everybody should have their own individual connection with God that's so strong. Nobody, no other human being can tell you how your connection is with God. Nobody can sit there and tell you, oh, you can't do this or do that. How you know God talking to you? How you know whatever, all these different things, because it's so much of a who is God, what is God? How do you know when God is present in our life? What, you know what I'm saying? So, just different things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, really just learning, actually learning, not only just from books and stuff like that and just researching information, but actually through experience. So learning it from experience makes it real. It makes it authentic. It makes it real. So yeah.
So why is it important for us to have this connection culturally, like to share this energy, this knowledge, like throughout the culture?
It's important because it's really our soul's mission, like, by God, like on souls, like soul contracts, like actually, like, what we was actually sent here to do. So the whole purpose of us being here is to remember who He is. And then with the state of what planet Earth is in, just mother, the feminine, the divine feminine, just the state of what it's in, it's our job to bring it back to the natural state. And it's doing Earth and just the natural powers that be is naturally getting back to the state. But it's still up to us, especially Black people, to actually do it, to actually, people like me who know these things, who has a light. I'm supposed to go in the darkness and shine the light. So the light that's in the darkness can be able to get a spark, and they can become light in the darkness, because that's where light comes from anyway. It comes from darkness. True light comes from darkness. That's us as Black people, we dark, we melanated, we carbon. So, everything is very tied in. Everything is extremely interconnected, for real. So, Like, that's really the purpose for real. Like, we supposed to do this. It's not even no way around it. Beyond just religion, what you believe in stuff is really your soul's mission. So, you know, it's like, if you don't get it right, you're going to keep coming back on earth. You're going to keep
Yeah.
coming back on earth. You're going to keep having different lifetimes. You're going to keep having these experiences. You're going to keep having these different karmic experiences. You're supposed to learn from these karmic experiences. You're supposed to embrace these karmic experiences and know that it's not karma, it's not a bad thing, but it's the natural way of life. It's the natural way to install balance. So that's the part that we play. That's the part that we play in the balance, because, you know, it hasn't been balanced. It hasn't been fair. Now we make it fair. We make it fair. Make it make sense.
Right. You know, so all week I've been doing episodes of the Love Circle, and at first I started feeling like they were random and all over the place, but this shows me that it was all in alignment, because everything that I've been talking about all week, you just spoke on. Everything
Facts,
that I talked
facts,
about, you
facts,
just spoke on.
facts. That's what's up. That's what's up. Synchronicity's popping. That's
Yeah,
what's going on for real. That's what's going on. We get more powerful with the tongue.
yeah,
We really speak. We really manifesting and speaking our reality into existence. Things coming down so fast. It's not taking as long for our manifestations to come. It's not taking as long for us to have these different opportunities and things that we want to happen.
right.
And you know, just being open to it, being open and allowing to it is extremely powerful. So that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Like that's what's up.
Like my
That's
whole
what's up.
journey
Yeah.
has been learning to be able to be present while letting go. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can want something to go the way that you want it to go, but understand that life happens. And just because
Mm-hmm.
you want it to go the way that you expect it to go doesn't mean that that's the right way.
Facts. 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 Facts.
You got to
Yeah.
be okay
Free
with
will.
change.
Yeah, facts. You have to be accepting of it. No
Yeah.
cap, because free will is something else. Free will will
Mhm.
really have you in the wrong place for real. Like,
Right.
I learned that young too. Like, you know, even if other people may not get it, like, free will is something that's very powerful. It's something that God gifted us with. But, you know, just like with power, you never want to abuse it. You never want to misuse it. And that's something that I feel that free will is something, like, you know, people, like, you know, do with free will, they misuse free will, and it gets you off of your path. So now you making choices and decisions that's not even a part of your path, and it takes you so far off your path. Now you don't even know what's your path. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Now you don't know what to do. Now you just not. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah,
I
facts,
never
big
even
facts.
thought about free will in that way. Like I knew that we were gifted free will and we have the opportunity to choose which path we take, but
Mhm.
that's
It's like, it's like, for example, like, okay, it's like getting a tarot reading. It's like going to the oracle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it, like, I don't know if you ever got a reading, but, like, you know, like I done got readings plenty of times, and I know how to read myself. Like, it be moments, like, you know, how I am now, you know, I'm not like dependent on it or things like that, but I love reading. So
yeah,
I know I know, especially when I first got introduced to it, like when I was younger, like I knew, like, whenever I got a reading, it was like an important time in my life. I knew I was in, okay, I was in the unknown. I was in the space like, okay, I kind of know something is changing. I know something is changing, but I may not necessarily know exactly what it is. So
yeah,
I need an outside source or energy to just guide me to it. So, you know, it's like that. I feel like, you know, it's like that. That's where the free will part come in. I feel like that's where destiny come in. Like, you know, you have like your destiny, your purpose, things that's destined to happen. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And then the free will is like you walking, like you living your life, and then something kind of bad may happen out of nowhere that really kind of throws you off, and then something else may kind of happen. You be like, dang, what's going on right now? And you may start to pick up on a pattern, and you be like, dang, okay, let me go get a read. Then that's where destiny come in. That's where the oracle come in, and you may hear something, or you may be reminded of something that was a part of your journey that was in the past that you may have just haven't been doing that you're supposed to be doing. And be like, dang, I kind of did get away from doing this.
right.
Dang, I do. You get what I'm saying? And that's when the destiny kicks in and the purpose. You be like, dang, okay. So it's like you say, life is a choice. So it's like being at the crossroads. Like, which way do I go? Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I go right? Do I go left? You know what I'm saying? Do I go straight? Do I go back? So it's like, you know, it's like, you know, I have fun with it. You know, now I have fun with it because I know life is life and life can be serious, but I have fun with it. I make sure that I try to keep everything as light as possible, no matter how serious what I'm doing, no matter what I'm doing, how serious it is or how big it is, just keep it as light as possible, laugh about it, have fun about it, and play the game. You know, life is a game. Be able to,
Right.
you know, just have these different aspects and perspectives that helps me just create my own perspective, my own speculative perspective, my own concept, instead of just always just other people's concepts and what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing. I can be able to take all these notes and then come up with my own hypothesis. What's the best way for me to live? What's the best way for me to live, to experience the experience the journey of life? What's the best way for me to play the game? So that that's how I go about it. That's how I go about it for real.
So, were your parents spiritual like this, or did you just happen upon this one day?
My grandfather's a preacher. My grandparents used to be a part of the Nation of Islam,
Mm.
like back in the day, like in the 70s and stuff like that. So, you know, they was in a different timeline, and it was from up north. So they was in a whole different timeline with it. So that's how that went. Then my grandfather ended up moving to Savannah, ended up converting to Christianity, ended up becoming a preacher and stuff like that. But my mom over the years, like probably in 2014, my mom had a spiritual awakening. So my mom always did special. She became awakened to her spiritual gifts and stuff like that. So she just brought it, her being her the woman, she just
Yeah.
brought it to her children, which was us. And my mom has nothing but boys. So me being the oldest, I picked up to it, especially when I became 18. I picked up to it. I knew I was preparing myself for it. But when I became 18 and when I moved and moved out and got on my own, that's when I picked it up. I picked up, like, my mom she sent me a spiritual kit. It had tarot cards, had candles, it had like stones, and it had, and I think that's about it. And maybe something else, a dream catcher. It had a dream catcher. So, you
Mm.
know, that was the start of my like spiritual journey. So I just was like very eager. I was devoted to it. I was very like I was just into it. I went straight into it. So like that's how my journey started. And then that's when the real life experiences started to happen. That's when, you know, just the whole process of what comes with an awakening, letting go of the old, you
Yeah.
know, things that's outdated in my life, leaving, allowing the new to come in, meeting new people, releasing old facets of myself. All these things just started to naturally happen, and I just happened to be aware of it. So it made my journey a lot more easy, and it wasn't as suffering as it could have been. It wasn't so much suffering, it wasn't so much pain and despair. Even though it was a lot of it, it wasn't as much because I didn't make it that. I didn't allow it to be that.
Right. So, how did you get to a point where you were okay or accepted that your life was on a new path, or you chose to take a new path? Because it
Um
doesn't seem like you struggled with the decision. It seemed like it came easy.
um cause like it goes back like it just was like, you know, me actually realizing like I was doing all these things the whole time. We all been doing these things the whole time, whether we knew it or not. It's just about some people just be more tapped in naturally to it and not naturally
Or
into
putting
it.
a name
So
to it.
yeah, you say put a name to it.
Yeah, sometimes we don't put the same name to it. Like we meditate, but we
Yeah,
don't call it
yeah,
meditation.
yeah, facts, things like that, facts. So that's like that's how it was. Like it's like I just knew, like it's like being in class and we know just this is the right answer. Even if everybody else picking the wrong answer, you just know this is the right answer.
Yeah.
So, you know, like that's how it was for me. That's how it was for me. And then it was just easy. And then I started to see the good from it. When I started to see the good from it, when I started to see the spiritual, like the unseen work, I started to see me communicate with my ancestors, and then like, okay, like dang, I'm actually talking out loud, talking to myself, or saying I'm talking to my ancestors. And
Yeah.
then I may later on I see some animals. I look up what these animals mean, and then it's in reference or it's in correspondence to this. Or I may go over here and I may not have enough money. I may not have enough money to get something, and somebody may be like, "Oh, I pay for this," or "I do this
Yeah.
for you." Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I started to really see the magic in the practical things. I started to see the magic. I started to see the magic in everything. I started to see the magic in me. I started to just see all these different things. So it was like, okay, this is real. So I eventually knew. I'm like, you know, just being in the head, I knew that eventually everybody's gonna wake up. There's no way around it. Like if you don't, it's okay. But at the same time, like the times we living in, things so real now. like we being pushed to it. So if you don't awaken to who you is, it's like you really gonna be stuck. You're gonna be stuck. You're gonna be stuck in hell. You're gonna be stuck in purgatory. You're gonna be stuck in the endless cycle. You're gonna be stuck in the old way of living and thinking. It's gonna be so outdated. So it's gonna be so outdated to the point of where you just get washed away. You get washed under the current. So it's dangerous. People be looking at spirituality and everybody had their own ideas about it and things like that. And people look at it like, oh, I don't even go that deep into it. Oh, I don't. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. Nobody not telling you that, but you do need to discover who you is in the soul. In order for you to get to the soul, you got to go deep. You got to shed a lot of layers. You got to peel back a lot of layers. You ain't just about to get to the soul just like that. Like, nah, like it takes time. It takes energy. It takes effort. It takes devotion.
It's a
It takes
daily
just,
thing.
yeah, it really is. It really
It's
is.
intentional every single day, waking up and deciding, choosing you.
Mm-hmm. Facts, right there. Deciding to choose you, and knowing that being selfish is being selfless, because that's what God really wants us to do. God wants us to choose ourselves. So the more that we can love ourselves, especially if I'm somebody who been through the most struggle, pain, I smoked crack, did all this crazy stuff. Not saying I did, but let's say if I was that type of person, then I transformed my life and I discovered these things and I started to love myself. And the more that I love myself, it allows me to be able to love more people that was like me in these different things. It'll help those people be like, dang, if you can change, I can change too. I don't have to be like you, but I can be my best self. So like that's why people love the stories of like, the people who went through the worst and all these different things, because everybody kind of feels like they've been through the worst. Everybody feels like they're cursed or they're demons or they come from, you get what I'm saying? Because we act like on some spiritual tip, we actually do to a degree. But it's like, everybody has that empathy for that, like that character, that story, that energy. So, just being able to just flip it, change the narrative of it. Like, people think fear is power. People think fear is power because they use fear as control. So people think being scary, being dark, or being just whatever, or just make you more powerful, when really it's not even true power. It's not. It's a false sense of power. It's power because that same power is actually needs energy from the true power, which is the light, which is the love, it needs that energy in order to have power and fuel. Like it's rocket science. It's not rocket science. It's really not rocket science. It's really common sense. But it's just that it's just a narrative. It's the times we live in. It's the agenda. It's all these different things. But we here to just break through it, defy it with ease, not even stun it. You know what I'm saying? Not even stun it. Just be yourself. And the more I can be myself, the more you can be yourself, the more it encourage other people to be themselves. And that's all it really takes right there. That's it. Just be yourself. Just be
That's why
yourself. Just
I
simply be
chose this
yourself.
to be you, be a part of your own rescue. Because, yeah, you might want somebody to save you, but ultimately you have to choose you every single day. You have to be like, okay, I know it's hard. I know this is ugly. I know I don't understand what this is, but I love me enough to show up for myself. I love me enough to
Facts.
rescue myself, even when I don't have anybody behind me holding me up. I can hold myself up.
Facts.
I got my own back.
Facts. And that's when the power come in.
Yeah.
That's when that force, that's when God come in. That's when God grace you. That's when God gives you with that, you know what I'm saying? With that courage to even say that. You know what I'm saying? With that energy, with that spark to be able to say that, think that, and feeling that, to be able to start to move in that. People looking at you different, like, dang, you feeling high today. You feeling high and mighty today. Like, yeah, I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm breathing right now. I'm alive right now. I'm experiencing life right now. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a gift. Like this is precious. So like it's really like it's deep. It's deep. It's simple. It's real simple, but it's just deep. And that's the part that really gets people. People just don't like how deep things be, and they just
Right.
don't, because they don't know where it's gonna take them. But you
That's
can't be
it.
afraid of the unknown.
That's it.
That's all. That's all.
Because we're
You
so
know.
comfortable with surface level conversations, surface level
Mm-hmm.
relationships, connections, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that triggers you in a good or bad way or makes you think something different than what you're used to, people don't want to deal with that. Don't
Facts,
make me want
facts,
something better for myself. How
facts.
dare you?
Like what? You want me to dress her right now? You want me to take care of
Yeah.
myself? You want me to, you know what I'm saying? You want me to love myself? You want
Right.
me
You
to
want me
groom
to take
myself?
myself on a date? Like, who does that?
What? Come
That's some
on. Yeah,
lonely
like come
type
on.
shit.
What? Come on. What? Come on. Ain't it? You know what I'm saying? But these be the same people who get their heart broken
Yeah.
and then lose their mind. You know what I'm saying? These be the same people who can't even go in the storm, can't even withstand the
Yeah.
storm, can't even, you know what I'm saying? These be the same people not even strong enough to go through real life trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? So, that's to make, and that's why even it's so much of a shift now with those people of a collective of people who just, who thought that oh, this not cool, this not what's going on. But now that spirituality is becoming so much more of a trend, it's becoming so much more common. Now it's cool to be woke. Now it's cool to be like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
you know something. Oh, your third eye open. Not now it's
Yeah.
cool. So now, but now beyond it being cool, but people actually starting to see with the real people that
Mhm.
this how I need to be living. I need to incorporate some of these things. I need to incorporate some of these routines. I need to incorporate some of these aspects to my own personal life. I need to be doing it. I need to be doing shadow work. I need to be doing self love and self care and self healing treatments. I need to be, just journaling. I need to be writing. I need to be talking to myself. I need to actually be, like check on myself. Like, what's up? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I feel about this? I need to know
Yeah.
what my feelings is, especially as
Real
men.
genuine conversations with yourself.
Big facts, big facts, big facts. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. We
Right.
here, we here.
Listen, this conversation was way more than I even imagined it being.
Yeah, facts. I had let go the outcome too. It was so smooth. Yesterday, it was around this time. I think Libby, she was like, I think Libby reminded me. Libby reminded me. She reminded me of our call. And I was like, oh shoot. And I'm like, oh, let me, let me check my email. Then I seen, I'm like, okay, it's 23rd. It's
Yeah.
23rd. I'm like, okay, cool. It's like, I had let go the outcome too. But I know that what you're doing is important. And I'm just excited, like how you having this moment with me. I'm excited for you to have this moment with Libby. Like, it's just dope, just the duality, the aspects of the masculine and the feminine, and being able to
Yeah.
incorporate it and be able, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's needed, you know what I'm saying? Like it's needed. Like, men need to hear another man like me speaking from this space. You know what I'm saying? And women need to hear Libby come from the space she coming from and speak from that space as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? It's really like, okay, like it takes us back to the natural roots of what it is to actually be a man and what it is to actually be a woman, and not what society says a man and a woman is,
Yeah.
or what a woman and a man is. You know what I'm saying? So, just breaking those old constructs. So
So, what would you like anybody to get from your message? Like, what do you want people to get from your story?
I, I want people to get that. I want people to get that it's in you. I want people to get that it's in you. I wrote a quote down. I used to keep it in one of my books like a while ago about, like, a man can never teach another man anything. He can only show him that it was always inside of him. And
Mm.
that's all it is. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to be a reflection. I'm an empath. I'm here to act out. I'm a Heyoka empath. I'm here to act out, and it may be the complete opposite. It may be the complete opposite from the norm, but I'm here to act out the true feelings, the true emotions, the truth. I'm here to act out the truth of everything, because we live in a world of lies. We live in a world of deception. We live in a world that was, that's plagued with it. That's plagued with deception. That's plagued with illusions. That's plagued with lies. So when the real thing comes, it breaks through it, and it's so much clear. I'm just here to be clarity. So, that's what I just want people to just take from me. Like, if he can take it there, I know I can take it there. Like,
Mm.
I may not be able to take it to where he took it, but I can contribute. I can take it there for myself. I can do a 360 for myself. I can do a 180 for myself. So I'm just here to remind people that it's inside. It's always been, it's in you, not on you. No matter what, it's in you, not on you. Now, if it's both, like, I'm both. It's in me and it's on me. And like it's in me and it's on me. Like, not no gun, but it's on me. I got it on. Like it's in me and it's on me. So when it's both, you a bad motherfucker. You bad. That's the goal. That's when it's the balance. That's when it's like, okay, like he physical and he's spiritual. It's not just no, oh, he not just lost in the spiritual, he not physical, or he just too much in the physical, he too much in the surface. He both. That's the balance. We're humans, but we spiritual beings that's having a human experience. We both. So that's where the wholeness come in. That's when you hold. So that's what it is. That's it. That's it.
Well, this has been another dope episode of the Love Circle. I hope that y'all really are in a space to receive these gems that my brother has dropped. Please go stream his
Shouts out to Love
music.
Circle. No, I'm dropping Sunday. The change you need to drop is Sunday. I'm dropping the project Sunday.
Sunday. Listen,
yes,
perfect time for you to do the podcast and then your music coming out.
Smooth. You know what I'm saying? Smooth, blending in, creeping up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, thank you. I appreciate this opportunity. I thank you, sis. I want to say you glowing. It's good to see you. It's good to hear from you. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? I love Monty. Like, I appreciate Monty. Like, I'm taking Monty with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be telling him, like, I talked to him a little bit about it last time when he came to the party and he got the content and shot the content and the video footage for me. But like I really do, like, you know, like everything that just over the course of this year, going back to 2021, and everybody coming together and everybody just crossing paths and working with each other and being able to just share space with each other, like you know, what we build and what we builded is beautiful. It's beautiful and it's real, and it's what Savannah really needs. It's what the city needs. It's what this area needs. It's what we really need. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Monty played a big part in it. You know what I'm saying? He capturing it. He play a big part in it for real. So, you know, like, you know, and even with what you doing right now, you capturing it too right now. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's always teamwork make the dream work.
That's it.
Always.
Well, this has been another dope episode of the Love Circle. I hope you all have an awesome, awesome night or morning whenever you see this. Please be safe on this road.
Yes, I am. I am.
Y'all have an awesome night. Peace.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You too. Love.